and make a donation. Give Dara's dealer a 6-pack. You know what I'm saying? You know even a 6-pack? Just buying a 6-pack is $10. Just cash app, please. I beg you. I beg you. I beg you. We need money. He needs money. That's all we can do. We cannot vote, but we can make the change. Dara dealers alone, the people in the Senate and the House have felt it. They felt that weight. So please, 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 I beg you, let's just do something for once. You might not like him, he's not your friend, but that $10 will be used for a good cause, to put a gasoline in a car, for people to run around. Because if you sit and just think that the people in Liberia will eat the money and don't vote, you are lying. You are lying, unless you don't want to go home. Unless you don't want to go home. Yes. Unless you don't want to go home. But if they enter a community with all the money, when they leave and Dara's dealer appear and give them that encouragement and encourage and say, listen, that's your own money, eat it, I'm here. When they go to this district, you go right back there again, you make the people understand, it will make a big difference. But if you don't do that and think that the people just eat the money, they'll say, but when you see Dara, yeah, me, you're going to vote. That's what they will do. Let me tell you, election day is the hardest day. People came to me, the children went and voted and brought the ID, the picture. They did a selfie like this. They did a selfie, poop, and the picture in their hand, they're voting to me. And they put in there, they come to you $5. $5. Don't let nobody fool you. There's a saying, they say, dry meat sweet, but what will be eaten till the meat get dry? Let me tell you today. It's not that easy. The poor one should got to eat. Everyone is going to eat. You think they will sit there for 8 hours, 12 hours, with all drinking water? Eh? Yes, the CPP there, but they own a party. This is, let me tell them, the CPP, when you look at the agreement, every party is going to bring, I think, 10,000 every time and put in there. But Dara's, they don't run it. He got to sponsor his own. If you lock it and the CPP gets more than money and they put in their fund, but you will have to sponsor your elections and your no in Liberia. For the first time, I see people in Liberia contributing to Dara's dealing, contributing to lay poor people there. But we that in America, with all the big mouth, we got sedition. We're not worried about the sedition. I'm not an advocate. I'm here to speak against whatever that is wrong. The seditions are doing the same thing. You know who sent the money to that guy to kill the cow? That sedition. I know them opposition. So we cannot sit here and be complaining, and still don't do anything. We cannot be complaining. Oh, and George, we are doing this. They're spending money all over the country. Yes, they're spending money all over the country. What are you doing? They're spending money all around. But you don't have the money. We agree. You don't have the money. But because you don't have the money, you need to stand up like a man and support somebody who you believe will do the right thing. Yes, you need a support. You can't just sit there and don't do nothing. Please, I beg you. Yes. I'm not saying that Dara is God. No, we explain, we tell Dara he's wrong. He listened to us. He briefed us. How you think we know that the Senate is been so worse? But look at the Senate today. They can give roll calls. This man just spent how long? No time in the Senate. Look at, if you think he spent more, this man believed that every citizen in Liberia, the system should work for you. That's the belief of Dara's dealer. Not for your pocket to work for them. Your pocket not supposed to work for the citizen. The system must work for the citizen. We want to see a senator who will say, yes, I just push for Tottenham High. I just push for Boswan High, Newport Junior High, and GW Gibson, Elements Price Scarborough. We need, these are all government facilities. The money that they are using today to run campaign, that's your money. That is your money they're supposed to give to the hospital. But President Weah insists over his dead body that Montserrado County will fall. No, that's what he's saying. He won Montserrado County and Grand Bassa County. He don't worry about other people. But Liberians, is in your hands. The voting decision day. Take your anger to the polling center. Take your anger. If you know that your life is not okay, you have to make the change. You owe no one apology if you voted for George Weah. You owe no one apology if you ever voted for George Weah. But you the one that making president. You the one that's your responsibility to make that change. It is your responsibility to make the change. Don't let no one fool you. It is your responsibility to make the change. They say you can force a cow to the river, but you can't push a cow to drink. So you owe no one responsible. You thought Joshua was going to be the best president. You thought Joshua was coming to be there to seek your interest instead of seeking his interest. The corruption in Liberia is so hard, but the corruption is between few people. Yes. We want a change in Liberia. We want a leader in Liberia. We're not saying that everything is going to be honey and milk and honey. No. But we believe that if we have a good leader, there will be good changes in Liberia. The time is now, not tomorrow. It's not about George Weah. Nobody hate George Weah. But because George Weah believes that people hate him and he hate other people, so they're saying it because they hate people. Even when you listen to the stupid song that they made in Country Giant, that doesn't put kick in your butt, or the other party going down to the ground. That nonsense. Violence people. They are very violent. They scare you. They do whatsoever. But eye for eye, tooth for tooth. When you chunk, they must chunk. We chunk. If you do this, we will do the same thing. If anything, the blood, Mr. President, I will tell you, and no other people telling you. They're going around making news. Oh, they just say Joshua ain't doing nothing. But Joshua was listed as the 6th best president in Africa. You stupid. If you say that, you read it. You read what they said that Joshua making it be the 6th best president. The people that put that story, they live in Liberia. They said Joshua is fighting corruption. Corruption where? The people only said George Weah, the youngest and the only football player who to that position that ever became president, and other youth looking up to him. But the lie that he's fighting corruption is that's a lie. That's a lie. That is the only thing that George Weah achieved. The first footballer to become president, the first youngest footballer or politician or whatsoever as an elected president. So that's what I get. Go and read it yourself. Nobody's stupid. You got it all on Kiss FM and Kings FM lying. Lies. You think we stupid? We don't know how to read? You read. You only look at title. Oh, Joshua the 6th bread. If Mele and this guy from Tanzania, his name is not even on the list. People. So you want? It's not a Liberian thing. It's from outside. But read it. Read it. What kind of president going 3 years cannot even have an interview with different journalists in Liberia? Una legend who, and they gave him the question and still he can't answer the question, and some foreign journalists that he paid. Why can't he have an interview with Rodney C? If this president got a balls, why can't he have an interview, a normal interview with Rodney C? Because he think they will be attacking when they asking him question. Our president, for the first time in the history, going 3 years, never been invited to America. Yes. Who would not want to come to America? Who would not want? Sierra Leone president met Donald Trump and all the other people. But our president, he only met for photo shoot at the UN. Why? You travel on every trip with no results. But because the trip has a padam, so you must travel. The trip has a pattern. The president lied the day late. I think either President Trump learned it from him or he learned it from President Trump. We don't know. The president love Liberia. Where Ellen Johnson left Liberia, are we to the same place? No. We're going backward. But who are we going to blame? We'll blame Ellen Johnson for betraying her own vice president for the first time in history. Liberia is good for a certain history. Because Ellen want her record to be clean. Today, nobody criticize Ellen, and Joshua dare to even criticize Ellen, dare to go after Ellen. It will be your downfall. So you must understand, she make you, she can break you. Ellen make you, she can break you. That is why you even afraid. You afraid. The people are saying, what mean they can boo anybody, they can boo whoever necessary. Leader take insult, not assault. They can curse you up because the people are frustrated. I will not curse you, but they can curse you up. They are frustrated. That's why they're cursing you. You need to ask yourself, why he insulting me? You need to ask yourself that question, Mr. President. Why are people saying this about me? But you have turned to be a blind leader. You surrounded yourself by people who shilling citizens that you will not see what they're talking about. But I show you go on Facebook. Then when you on Facebook, then they say, don't mind them, Mr. President, that they people are doing this, they people are doing that. You monitor every damn social media. You see me, you see whosoever. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are you doing this to Liberia? What Liberia did to you so much? Liberia offer you everything. You play football, they sent you Brazil, you came back. You said it yourself. You said the $100,000 that Liberia government spent on you, that's what make you to go professional. What you said in Raw Island. You said it in Raw Island, Mr. President. You had all your friends. That's why I publish your pictures with all your friends who are with you. With all the people who came around to show that love to you. You never even today to recognize that they need jobs. But some of the crooks need jobs. Some of them live in America for so long, they make good money, but they won't steal in Liberia. They dump of bitches. You got your master's degree, you can't find a job in Liberia, in America. You got to go beg for a job in America, in Liberia, because you know you're going to steal. You're not going to help. You brag about how you make money in Liberia. You come among us, you brag about it. Bunch of criminals. Bunch of criminals. For God's sake, you think government job that what is? Nobody, listen, nobody is perfect. But be honest to the people you're serving. Do your job diligently. Serve your people. What for you will be for you. There are a lot of benefits they find at their business until they can straighten out. But be sincere to yourself and do what you're supposed to be doing. But every damn day you're on Facebook, you're making it look as if everything is okay. Especially people who live in America. Who live in America and put up blind eyes. Then what are you in America for? That is simple who go back and damage everything in Liberia. What you live in America for? You live in America to just come and close your eyes to things? So what you taking home? That is why nothing goes home. We go back and do the same old thing. We continue to do the same thing. Oh man, they can. Their job here, the salary not heavy, but you get chopping. Bunch of criminals we are pointing in our country there. We're not even checking the records. Stole from this other country, they're going back home. We're electing people who are not nothing. Killers. Who damage other people's lives. But we're electing them. That is why I will stand with Darius Dillon any day. We must stand with Darius Dillon any day. We're not saying that he's perfect, but he's honest. He has integrity. He empathy. He feels. He knows how other people feel. He knows how other people. He knows what it takes when you don't have that food to eat. He could be right in that same gang. He could be a money man passing around here today because he had the opportunity to get it. But in Liberia, so let me get you small thing. For some reason we are so wicked. Why human beings wicked? All the people that speak for people, we kill them. Martin Luther King was shot. Malcolm X, bam. So everybody, the same thing like bro, people who speak for the people at the end of the day, we turn against them. We turn against them. I know people like Bacchus Murphy, they turn it into the grave, say, wow, if Bacchus Murphy were alive today, he and Joshua were going to poll. Look what he did. Macintosh. Joshua had every opportunity that no politician. Joshua had 100% opportunity than any politician in Liberia. Joshua never went to jail. Nobody jailed him, nobody whipped him, nobody did anything to him. He had the presidency free into him. They put it into his hand with nothing. The only man who refused, for the first time we went to debate, he refused to debate. He refused deliberately. He refused to debate. He's president today. Most loved Liberian ever. You got all the other people who gave, they say, we'll give our blessing to you. You got smart, educated people. But because they are old and they come on the other side, they say, don't mind it. No. They were willing to work with you. You got man like Macintosh. With all the way to call him Yellow Belly Swamp or Macintosh, who could have been of great help to you. You wanted to send the free people to do what there? You got Wilson there, Wilson Tappet, who also is a crook anyway. That's why Ellie said they wanted him there. And they put it somewhere. But you got other good people. You got your St. King's men there, your crew men there who advise you. Tipo Tech will advise you. Emotional will advise you. They into the politics, they know. So advising you ain't mean that there are all people that want to take over from you. But because you got a bunch of knuckleheads who say, oh, Mr. President, don't bring them over. Look, there's a saying, there's a book. Anybody who served 10,000 hours on a job, they are professionals. That's why when you look in America, you see some assistants and you see secretaries, they are all older people. They are all people who've been in the business for long. Ideas counts, wisdom. But you just put to learn on the job. Liberia is not no damn or third division. Anyway, Liberia is a third division team. Third division team is a train. It's not a professional team. But you play football, President, where you supposed to understand. You're supposed to understand. You think wasting quota on other. How can, let me ask you the thing here. We're not stupid people. How can these roads that they're talking about in Liberia can be built in less than 1 year? The police academy road was not built by President Weah. The SKD Boulevard was not built by President Weah. The Looking Town Broad Street was not created by President Weah. The Jamaica Road was not built by President Weah. The Somalia Drive was not built by President Weah. But yes, they finished on his term. But you worry about achievement, that's my problem. When you worry about achievement, it is a serious problem for you. If you worry about achieving, but you don't want to take the bad stuff. Government is a continuity thing, it's continuing. Whatever happened from this government going to the next government. Yeah? Liberia don't have a blueprint. Everybody come out with a thing. So President, we are no road. Yes, we want roads. But what about the human being? What about your people? Healthcare, they should die first. Every day we talk about agriculture. 0.4% in your budget. You take bulk of the money and send it to NSA because the executive mansion controls NSA. Then we'll talk and say we hate the president. With all the advices on the internet, so guy they call Edward Doe. Go to Edward Doe page, Mr. President, and read some of these things that guy can be writing. But because you don't want to take ideas from, look at Alexander Yala. He gave a whole breakdown on the economy. Go there and look at these things. But because you don't want to take it from somebody else. You got Mele and Tue going to challenge Burma, and Burma was eating his valedictorian. He deuced the class that year with him. You talk about budget surplus. I'm not an economist. Budget surplus in a country and everybody catching shit, and you say budget surplus. Oh, budget surplus for the president to use. Budget surplus for you to use for election. But you got people suffering in the country and you talking about budget surplus. You just had a recast. So when you keeping the money, you kept all the money, say we got budget surplus. How the hell will you have budget surplus when your people are dying from starvation? By the time this group criticize you, you take the rest and carry one place. Oh, the president went to West Point. He paid the people rent for 1 year. He gave them one bag of rest. And you think that bag of rest politics, Liberians, if you don't come to yourself, you will suffer for the rest of your life. Like, bro, be a dungeon for the next 12 years because you put Joe there because Joe will win this election. Yo, 2023 for him. Some of us here, we look, when God will take our life, we can't catch hard time again. Let me make you to understand today. We cannot catch hard time. No way. We return, we have 401k. We get all the other small things. We can't catch hard time. If you're not working, I will get free food here. If you're not working, I will get unemployment because I said anyway. I'm not saying free food. I can't even get it. I wish I could get it. I never went on unemployment before. So even if I'm not employed today, I will get unemployment. Yes. But this is nonsense and bullshit. Seriously. Liberians, if you do come to yourself senses, you will put yourself into for nothing mess. You will put yourself into a mess. Let me take the call. 1 minute, please.